It was an emotional weekend over for the royal family who honored the life of Prince Philip in a very intimate funeral service. It was held here at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, the same place that Harry and Meghan actually got married. But due to the pandemic, the family kept the event small with only 30 close friends and family in attendance. As you can see here, members of the royal family participated in a procession walking behind the coffin, which was carried in a custom Land Rover that Prince Philip himself actually helped design. Now, following the service, the royal family's official Instagram account posted this photo of the Duke tipping his hat with the caption reading, "In loving memory of His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, 1921 to 2021."
Yeah, such a powerful post there. Now, the
Yeah.
funeral service also was a reunion of sorts for Prince William and Prince Harry. As we know, the brothers' relationship has been strained since Harry and Meghan's bombshell tell all interview with Oprah last month. Harry and William walked behind their grandfather's coffin, though not side by side. Their cousin
Mhm.
Prince Philip's eldest grandchild, Peter Phillips, walked between them. Now, the moment drew a lot of comparison to this one when Harry and William walked alongside their father, uncle, and grandfather during the funeral of their mother, Princess Diana. This was nearly 24 years ago. So yeah,
Wow.
that I know just seeing that it just brings up a lot of emotions for people who remember that time. I definitely remember that moment.
Right.
Harry was later spotted speaking with William and Kate Middleton, as well as walking with them following the ceremony. Everyone zoned in on this moment. You know,
Yeah.
Kate said a few things. You couldn't really see what she said because of her mask, but all eyes were definitely on them. And all of this comes after a source told ET that the brothers were in touch by phone before the service, but the two weren't expected to come face to face until the service. Meantime, Meghan stayed home in California after her doctors advised her not to fly during this stage of her pregnancy, which is understandable. There was some speculation, though, that Harry could stay in the UK for the Queen's 95th birthday on Wednesday. Here's what royal expert Katie Nichols told ET about that.
Well, my understanding was that Prince Harry was due to return to LA on Monday. He is understandably very keen to get back to Meghan, who is, we think, around 7 months pregnant with their baby girl. There have been some reports that he'd like to stay for the Queen's birthday, but it's my understanding that he was due to fly back on Monday. Possibly those travel arrangements have changed. We're not being given any guidance for obvious security reasons, but been a difficult time for Prince Harry. A part of him wants to stay and, of course, be there to support the Queen. I'm sure he'd love to be here for her birthday, but I think there's also a part of him that is understandably keen to get back to his heavily pregnant wife and his little boy.
Well, Meghan is inching closer and closer to her due date. Can you blame Harry, Denny, for rushing back to be with his wife?
No, you can't blame Harry for making that decision to get back to Meghan as soon as possible. And I gotta tell you, I don't think his family would blame him either. It does
Yeah.
seem that Meghan is getting closer to delivering, to delivering their second child. And so, of course, you want to rush back and be there, especially because we're talking about across the pond in the US.
Mhm.
That being said, I also don't envy Harry because I can't imagine it was an easy decision and almost feels lose lose because you're either going
Right.
to be leaving, you just got to the UK, you just laid your grandfather to rest, you want to be there for your grandmother and also the rest of your family, but you do have a family and personal obligation back home. So it must have been a tough decision, but no, I don't blame him for doing it.
Very true, very true. And speaking of Meghan, she did
Yeah.
honor her grandfather-in-law from a distance, though, as she reportedly watched the service from home. She also sent a handwritten note and a custom-designed wreath to be laid at the service. It was a beautiful wreath, and according to People magazine, Meghan and Harry requested that the wreath include meaningful flowers, including the national flower of Greece to honor Prince Philip's heritage, and sea holly to represent the Royal Marines. Prince Philip served as Captain General of the Royal Marines, as we know. Now, Kate
Yeah.
Middleton, her statement, I know you loved her look, Denny. Let's talk about that for a minute because she made a
Mhm.
tribute to the Duke with her choice of jewelry.
was so beautiful. She wore a necklace and a pair of earrings that have special ties to both Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth. Let's start with this necklace that she wore,
Yes.
again, as a tribute. It belonged to the Queen. It's a 4-row Japanese pearl choker. And Kate previously actually wore this at the Duke and Queen's 70th wedding anniversary party. The Queen is also once lent this. The Queen also once lent this choker to Princess Diana to wear too. So here it is. Obviously, it's been passed down from generation to generation, and I thought it was such a beautiful and lovely tribute to Kate's family. To the royal family, including the earrings. By the way, the earrings that Kate wore are made from pearls that were given to her, the Queen for her wedding to Prince Philip in 1947. So a lot of history there, and obviously she chose to wear them on the right day, I think. But she looks so. I was like, this is how you mourn. This was a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful statement.